Scratches, and welcome back to Roblox episode 3 on Scratch. So, let's begin. So, where we in episode 2. So let's see inside and we will make a new copy. Save as copy. And then we will name this episode 3. Alright, so long time no see, I haven't been on this channel. Yeah, so let's begin. So where we left off, we had this. This is where we left off with our home, our friends, and our home. So this is episode 3. And this episode, we're gonna add more buttons and some functionality with a list of all the games we're gonna have. Okay? So let's begin. So we have our home button. And yeah, okay. So I'm going to make a new swipe. Oops, new swipe. So there's a home button, friends button. What else is there in Roblox? Home, friends, and discover. So let's make discover. So we're gonna make a new paint and we're gonna call it. We're gonna name it discover. Alright, and I discover. So now we actually have to make the discover button. So we'll go to our circle. We'll have no outline. We'll set the fill color to white. Okay. So now we want to fill in a decently sized button. Go to our home button. We'll copy that. Go back to our discover, and we'll paste that in. So we'll zoom in a bit. We'll we'll put that in the center of our canvas. And now we have to make our logo. So for discover, we'll make a little YouTube symbol. So we'll have to use a square. We'll make it black. And we'll go to this shaping tool up here. We'll delete one corner. And then we will go back to our selecting tool and we'll rotate this until it looks like that. Alright, so now we can put this in the middle. Alright, that will go there. So let's go to our coding section and get a when green flag clicked. We want to go to the X and Y position. You want to make sure this is shown to the screen. And that's all the setup code we have to do. But when this byte is clicked, we want to set a button variable to discover. Okay, so where we have our, so that's that. We also don't need this when flag clicked. Instead, we want when I receive set up. We do that. Okay. So now we have that. I might have to look. Okay. So we're gonna broadcast then. We're gonna broadcast a new message. Calling it discover. Okay. Right, so now we have our discover. Now we want to basically want to call this something else. So we'll make a new one. We'll call it, so we'll go to our main menu variable. Go to our main menu swipe. We'll click on costumes and make a new costume. And it will be, we can copy this over. And then we'll go discover. So we have our home, friends, and discover. So we'll go back to code and we'll get the new if statement out here. We'll duplicate that. If button equals discover, then set costume to costume to we forgot to name that costume to set costume to discover. So we have home, friends, discover, and we don't have discover for some reason. To discover button. Oh, I know why. I accidentally put 18 there. So, excuse me. Okay, now it will work. Green flag, home, friends, and discover. Now we need some for discover. So we'll sort these out into different categories. So we'll go to our sort. Now we already have we already basically have our sorted out, but mean for like the genres. So we'll make you can basically duplicate that, call it discover, go here, and we can change the genre. So I haven't yet said what games we're gonna have, but I know the genres of games we're gonna have. So we might have some horror games, some obby games. I don't know why I put that in caps. Some obby games, and maybe some tycoon. Now, so let me actually change that up. Obbies. Right. So now we have that. So here we go. Here we go. When I receive discover, I want to set the costume to discover. Alright, let's see how that looks. Home, friends, and discover. Don't really. So how about we go to our friends, and when I receive discover, we hide this. Okay, let's see how that looks now. Home, friends, discover. We don't have that list we want. I think I know why. Alright, now so home. I pressed home, man. Um, when I receive discover, maybe that was just a bug. Friends, home. Why is this showing? You have a bug? No, we actually want to okay, so we have to set our costume to home, and then I know we show. Okay, sorry about that, but now it should work. Home, friends, discover, friends, home, friends, and discover. Right, so we have our new tab. Now let's make a list. Let's go into variables and make a list calling it games for all sprites. That's okay? Now we have our games. So we'll make a new variable and we'll actually not paint anything in it and we'll name this variable games. Like this. Okay. So we'll get a when I receive setup. We want to first of all hide the list because we don't want it to be shown on the screen. We want to delete all of games. Alright, so now we basically want to add a game in. So we could just add it by going add, and add, but that's a bit inconvenient. So we'll just go repeat. We'll make a new variable calling it index for all sprites. Repeat index. We'll set our index to how many we want. How about 10 games? So we'll repeat index and we'll add a new variable called game. And we will repeat add game to games. But we don't know what game, so we also have to make another repeat loop. In fact, we might even want to put it inside this repeat loop and we'll repeat index, setting our game to a random one. So actually we probably won't need this other loop. We can get rid of it. Connect this one back up. And actually we will make a new calling it games one. Calling it games add. And what we'll tick one without screen refresh. Alright, so we have our games add. We'll put the initializer at the end of our setup. Alright, so now we have this repeat index add game to games. But we need some games. So we'll put a forever loop. And we'll put another repeat 10 block. So as we want to set games. So each So how about we just have number values first, so we'll actually will put this another repeat block in the index times, and now we'll set our game to 0. Well, actually, yeah, let's initialize what our game will be at the top. Set game to 0. I will want to change game by 1. So let's see what will happen. Okay, so it did work, but we have way too many values in our spot, and I think I know why. Maybe we instead of putting this, we put this around the loop. Let's see how that works. And I think I know why that happened. I think it's because we are changing our game by 10 times, but then we're adding game to games. So how about we just have Here, repeat index, change games by 1. And then, so 10 times 1 is 10. And then after that, we'll have this. Make a list. See how that is. Alright, now they're all 10s. Alright, we're going to have to do a bug fix. So, change game by 1. We want to repeat index. So, index is 10. So, 10 times 1 is by 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so basically 10 times, which makes game 10. And then we repeat index times, which is 10. Add game 2 games. But we probably put this in our loop. So it does end up working. It's just we make way too many copies of the game. Which is fine. We'll just be able to customize it out later. So now we have our list of our games. Alright, so that basically concludes our you can hide the indexing game. That basically concludes our episode 3 Roblox Scratch game. That's how about we have a little playthrough. So click the green flag, we have home, friends, and discover. So next episode, we will actually start making our games, which is really nice. So let's click save now. So we save the project. Let's click on this scratch icon. And this is where we will finish off today's video. Hope you like it and see ya next time. Goodbye, Scratchers.